Hi, I'm Ani Anderson.
And I'm Brian Traskos. We are the co-creators of Practical Alchemists, where we help entrepreneurs have the life and business that they really want without compromising their integrity.
Brian, I had this wonderful exchange with a client the other day where he was saying he was in a conference and he was doing his thing. He was all excited. And he got a text from his wife that gave him the equivalent of the "we gotta talk."
Ooh.
Oh, owie. And so it reminded me that we should talk about what it's like when life gets in the way,
Ooh.
when your personal life kind of drags you off track. Because this guy was like, I was so on fire. And then I got this, and my head was totally there. What do I do?
Yeah, so we could have a really great discussion all about verbal communication versus text communication.
She must not have used emojis.
Right? Yeah, no emojis were used here. So you didn't actually get the sense of what was behind that text. Of course, we can get messages via text or email, and then we make our own meaning out of those things, and it can really throw us in the dumper, especially if we're on a high and we really feel like good things are happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a suggestion for this type of person when this happens is actually one of our methods that we teach people, which is called our cross-mapping method.
Yeah. Do you want to describe how
Sure.
to do that a
Just
little bit?
really, really quickly. First thing you want to be able to do is to check into your body. Well, first take a couple deep breaths, and then check into your body for exactly what you're feeling.
Yeah, so you want to notice the sensations. And if you get a text from your partner or something that says we got to talk, it's not going to be hard to notice those uncomfortable sensations. But do notice them and pay attention to them, because that's the first step.
And what your head's going to want to do is start to make up stories about those sensations. So this is where it's really, really important. You just notice the sensations themselves, and you go ahead and label the sensations. Is it feel like there's a hole there? Is it a tingling? Is it a burning? Is it a stabbing? Right? So really notice the qualities of those sensations. That's the first step.
Yeah, it's almost like, I'm going to date myself here, but if you pressed pause on the tape player or the DVD or whatever, the MP3, press pause on those thoughts that are going on in the head. Just pause, pay attention to the sensations, and label them.
So notice those sensations.
Yep.
Next thing you do is once you've labeled the sensation, then notice the opposite of that sensation somewhere in your body.
It must be there, but you might need to look, because those sensations that feel uncomfortable, they're going to be kind of loud. So you might have to look around, but find the opposite somewhere in your body.
It's got to exist because everything is created as a whole. Nothing is created as part in nature. Everything is created as a whole. So it must exist there.
So what that means is if you have these uncomfortable sensations, the opposite must also exist.
Yeah. So don't pretend it doesn't, or don't deny it doesn't.
They're there.
It's there. Somewhere it's there. You must find it.
Yeah.
Once you find it, breathe into those sensations. Make those sensations larger. The opposite of what you're experiencing, make it larger so that you can actually hold both the negative sensation and the positive sensation, if you want to think about it that way, in your consciousness at the same time. Once you're holding them in the consciousness at the same time.
And in that way, you're not pushing anything away. You're really fully experiencing both, all of them.
Yeah. And not until then, until you accept everything that's happening, can you actually make a choice.
Yeah.
Then it's actually quite easy to make a choice and focus predominantly on the whatever you want to focus on. You might decide you want to focus on the negative sensation, or you might decide you want to focus on the positive sensation, which is probably what you were feeling right before you got that text.
That's right. So that's our cross-mapping method. And for more information on this or more things at Practical Alchemist, come on over and join us at our website, www.practicalalchemist.com.